I'm Starborn. Remember, to be a star, you have to shine your own light, follow your own path, and not be afraid of the darkness, because that's when stars shine brightest. I hope you had a nice holiday season, because this is the day after Christmas, and it is a solar eclipse today. And that's why, if you've been looking on our website, starborninstitute.org, you would already know that the title of tonight's show is Payback. And that is because today's eclipse is not only powerful and potent, but it's very rare. And in fact, we won't have another eclipse like this in our lifetimes because of the speed of all of the planets that are involved. They're such different speeds that it won't occur again in our lifetimes. But what an eclipse. This is the one we've been waiting for, because today the sun and the new moon in Capricorn are at 4 degrees, and they are being joined by Jupiter, Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, and Pluto as well. These 5 planets that are in Capricorn are extremely powerful for a variety of reasons. The first really good reason is they are not being challenged at all. They're completely unchallenged. And that's because Capricorn is a cardinal sign, and there are 4 cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. But there's nothing in any of the other cardinal signs. So this is a rare time when all 10 planets in the heavens are supporting this solar eclipse. Another reason why it's so potent and powerful is because there is such strength in the earth signs, and Capricorn is the traditional ruler of the 10th house of your career and public reputation, and it rules large corporations and government agencies and the people who head them. And it also rules time, since its ruler is Capricorn. These 5 wonderful planets in Capricorn are trining a 6th planet in the earth signs, Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is the only retrograde planet left now, and that's another reason why things can be moving forward at a rather measured pace. And that is because there are so few retrograde planets. We're just down to that one. But it's trining all 5 planets in Capricorn. And together, those 6 planets in earth signs are also trining the sign of Virgo as well. So that puts a real emphasis on practical business matters, and on your career, and your hopes for a better career, and your long-term retirement plans. Or there can be health issues that you are concerned with, or job performance issues that could be working quite well in your favor, actually. And then also there is simply the power and the growth and the strength of large corporations and government agencies right now. And then within these, another reason this is such a strong eclipse is because within the sign of Capricorn itself, the 5 planets that are there are actually divided into 2 groups that are conjuncting each other. A conjunction occurs when 2 planets in their own orbits are within 7 degrees or less. They could be at the exact same degree. And because they are so close, the energy between them, among their orbits, is compounded. It makes both planets stronger. So today, the sun and the new moon are at 4 degrees of Capricorn, and they are conjuncting Jupiter, the planet of goodness and abundance, at 5 degrees of Capricorn. So these 3 planets, the lights and Jupiter, have a lot to do with the growth and the strength of business and of material matters and of practical good problem-solving solutions. There can be a lot of that going on as we head into the new year. And then the second group that's conjuncting in Capricorn are Saturn, the ruler of the sign, at 21 degrees, and it is conjuncting Pluto, the planet of deep psychological transformation and change and deep truth and power, which is at 22 degrees. So these 5 planets are conjuncting. They're being backed up by another planet in an earth sign, and they're not being challenged by anything. Oh boy, this is the eclipse we've all been waiting for, and that's why it can be payback time. Because If you have been doing the things that Capricorn represents, which is persevering and working hard and doing your duty and sort of just putting one foot in front of the other, and you've continued to surmount obstacles, or you've gotten over disappointments in your life and you're still going and pursuing your own goals, then this could represent a payback for you, and a very good one. It might be a promotion at work. It might be better news about your retirement investment funds. It might be that your health has improved or it's about to improve, which would be good. So the payback could last for a generation of time, and that is because the orbit of Saturn is 28 to 30 years. That is how long it takes to get back and go through all the other signs and get back to Capricorn. So that's why all of the goodness in this solar eclipse could represent goodness and growth and prosperity for a whole generation of time at least, or beyond, which is great. But there's another kind of payback that is also involved in this solar eclipse, and it's a different kind of payback. It simply means that with the trine that is occurring in the water signs, that a lot of justice can be done right now, and that is because Mars is in Scorpio and it is trining Neptune in Pisces, and together those two planets are trining the sign of Cancer. And it simply means, with Mars being the ruler of Scorpio and Neptune being the ruler of Pisces, since they are so strong because they're the rulers there, and because the 5 planets in Capricorn are right in between these, between Mars and Neptune. Those 5 planets under the solar eclipse are sextiling Neptune in Pisces, lending it a lot of support, but they're also sextiling Mars in Scorpio, supporting that sign as well. So justice is going to be done, and the punishment is really going to fit some sort of crime that may have been going on behind the scenes, or there can be an exposure of an imposter or a group of them, and the punishment or the payback that can come from people who have been doing illegal things for one reason or another could be incarceration, because jails are ruled by Pisces, or it could involve financial fines, because Scorpio is a financial sign. So believe me, I hope you've been on the side of the angels right now, so you wouldn't have to worry about that justice being done. But it's going to be done, and it could be rather severe when it comes about. But that's a payback for people that have been doing things wrong. The bigger payback is the one for people who have just been trying to do their best. And if that's you, then you are looking at something pretty nice that you probably have been working very hard at and that you really deserve. And it could be some recognition, or it could be a pat on the back from somebody, or it could be a raise. But whatever it is, I congratulate you, because you would have earned every bit of it. All right, what does this mean to all 12 of the sun signs? Well, Aries, this is a time, since yours is a cardinal sign and there aren't any planets in any of the other cardinal signs, when the 5 planets in Capricorn under today's solar eclipse, so that includes the Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, are all squaring your sun sign, Aries. Oh, so guess what that means? That simply means, Aries, you got to toe the line right now. Whatever people want you to do, who are involved in large corporations or government agencies, or who make policies in one way or another, you really should follow along right now, Aries, because there's nothing stopping this solar eclipse. It is going to go forward, and it can represent the culmination of a lot of hard work and careful planning that has already gone on in order to lay the groundwork or the foundation, which may have been going on in 2019, in order to build something that lasts for a whole generation of time. But because these planets square your sun, you will have to follow along and do things according to other people's philosophy or to other people's goals right now in order to ensure your own prosperity, Aries. There's a good reason why you should follow along right now. If you choose to buck the system, it's going to buck you instead. And you don't want that kind of a payback, do you? So this is a time when you're just going to have to sort of try to conform as much as you can and keep that smile on your face, Aries, because you too could want a good payback for the hard work you've done, but you're really going to have to earn it now. Okay, what does it mean to a Taurus? Well, Taurus, lucky you. This solar eclipse today with 5 planets in Capricorn, they're all trining your sun sign where you have Uranus, Taurus, and they're trining the sign of Virgo as well. So this is a time when if you have been working hard, which you generally like doing, or if you have been putting in extra hours helping other people out and maybe doing their job for them, this is a time when payback could happen for you, Taurus, I'm happy to say. Or there is the possibility that somebody higher up has had their eye on you and you could be offered a promotion. Or if you're looking for a better job, the aspects are such that you could find it right now, Taurus. So if you're either looking for better money or a job with better hours that fits in well with the rest of your life, you probably could get it. And so I think that you should think very seriously about your long-term goals and really aim in that direction, because this is a solar eclipse that isn't going to occur again in our lifetimes. And if you're thinking of starting a business, this would be the right time to do it. Okay, what does it mean to a Gemini? Well, Gemini, some planets have changed signs, and in fact, Venus has now changed and gone into Aquarius, and it is trining your sun, Gemini. So even though the new moon solar eclipse today is 150 degrees away from your sun or in conjunct, it's you that may not be thinking too much about how to get paid back for all your hard efforts right now. Instead, you could have your mind just simply on the future and on all kinds of future possibilities. Well, that's good, because Venus is in Aquarius, and Aquarius rules the future. It also means that there can be people coming your way with very good intentions, and very nice people as well, that can have rather good ideas that could be a little bit ahead of their time, but you ought to listen to them, Gemini, because the future, your future, is very well aspected right now, but it may come through the help of others. That's why I hope that you're open to new ideas right now, and you could be even having a very nice partner, or perhaps a new partner, but a very nice partner coming your way. So your popularity is due to increase. Congratulations. Okay, what does it mean to a Cancer? Well, Cancer, this is a time when I think you're going to be real happy once there is some sort of payback for anybody who has been breaking the law. Believe me, the long arm of the law is going to catch up with them. And that could do you a lot of good. And the reason why is that there may have been a time in your past when you were unjustly accused of something. And remember, this solar eclipse today in Capricorn is all about payback. It's about rewarding people who have overcome obstacles in their life and have kept going. And kept their eye on the prize, have kept going toward their goals, regardless of the sacrifices they've had to make. Does that sound familiar, Cancer? That could be something that you've had to do in your past. So you're going to be glad if, people set the story straight sooner or later and justice is done, because at least you'll know who the phonies are, the truth will be exposed, or the imposters will be exposed. And you could be better off for that, Cancer, which would be great. On the other hand, the 5 planets in the solar eclipse in Capricorn today were all opposing your sun sign, or they are opposing it right now. And that means, since yours is a cardinal sign, that you too are going to have to go along with some sort of change in corporate plans or a change in government policies that has nothing to do with what you want and everything to do with what they want, and you'll have to follow along. So there can be some decisions made at a rather high level that you have not been consulted about and that you may think are working against you. But on the other hand, I don't really think so. This is such a good solar eclipse, and because it isn't being challenged by anything, it would represent something good, a good payback for everybody in one way or another. Yours just might have a little bit more to do with seeing that justice is done. Okay, what does it mean to a Leo? Well, Leo, this is a time when I think that there is somebody in your life that may be deciding to go their own way. In other words, when they're looking at their future, they're pretty much just seeing themselves in it and not you. And the reason why is that Venus is now in Aquarius and it is opposing your sun sign. On top of that, there's actually a harsh T-cross in the fixed signs, and yours is a fixed sign, but it doesn't have any planets there. So Venus in Aquarius is opposing your sun, Uranus in Taurus is squaring your sun, and Mars in Scorpio is also squaring your sun. This is simply a time when some people are sort of going to go their own way and do their own thing, and I think that it's rather wise of you not to try to control them. Just let them go, Leo, because after all, the Mercury is still in Sagittarius, trining your sun. You have friends all over the place, maybe even all over the world, and you could travel or meet other people or hear from them when they're at a distance, and that could sort of cheer you up. But if you're thinking of spending a lot of money right now, I urge you not to. And that is because the payback could be that you would be in deeper debt. Well, you don't want to start the year that way, do you, Leo? So you've got to hang on to your money right now. And that is because Uranus and Taurus is squaring your sun, which means your investments, the value of them could fluctuate. And then Mars in Scorpio is squaring your sun, meaning that you could have a tax problem. You might not even know it yet. But that is why you need to hang on to your money until financial matters stabilize a little bit more in your life. And if somebody is leaving you, don't worry about that. They're just going their own way. They don't even know if what they want is going to work. And that's why I don't think you should try to influence them. Just wave goodbye. Okay, what does it mean to a Virgo? Well, Virgo, this is the new moon you've been waiting for because it's a solar eclipse as well. And solar eclipses always denote new beginnings. So with Uranus and Taurus trining your sun and the sun, new moon, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in Capricorn today, all trining your sun as well, congratulations, Virgo. You are going to see some payback, and it's going to be good. And it will be due to your steady efforts. And it will be due to the fact that no matter what obstacles you've had to overcome, or what setbacks you have endured, or what sacrifices you have had to make, you still have been very reliable. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have tried to be outstanding all the time, but as far as being dependable and reliable and a good problem solver, you have really done it, Virgo. And for that reason, there is going to be some wonderful payback for you. It might come in the form of you being very happy this Christmas about the condition of your retirement plan. It may be that you're pretty happy with the value of your investments because they've gone up. It may be that your health has improved or you're thinking of improving it. So no matter which way you look, Virgo, I think you're looking at good things right now. So congratulations. Okay, what does it mean to a Libra? Well, Libra, this is a time when I think that you can be very popular in sort of a casual way, and you could probably meet somebody new that it could be turn out to be a very nice partner of yours, and they would have rather new ideas that I think you should listen to, Libra, because Venus in Aquarius is beautifully trining your sun sign. And that's wonderful. It can also make you very popular, Libra. And so as long as you're concentrating on sort of casual, easy things to do, or you're listening to new ideas, maybe you're not making a commitment, but at least you're listening, then, that can be sort of nice as far as your future is concerned. So you may not know what direction you actually want to end up going in, but you could have a lot of possibly good choices right now, Libra, which is great. The thing that you can't do is you cannot buck the system right now, because it's going to buck you if you try it. And the reason why is that solar eclipse today with 5 planets in Capricorn are all squaring your sun sign. And so that means that you will have to toe the line as far as policies or procedures go right now. And I advise you not even to rebel, but simply conform, because it's for the good of everyone. and it doesn't really consider individual choices. That's why you should relax and make some individual choices in your own private life instead, which you could profit from. Okay, what does it mean to a Scorpio? Well, Scorpio, justice is going to be done. It's either going to be done by you or to you, Scorpio. And so if it's being done by you, then it could be that you are reassessing your long-term goals. The 5 planets in Capricorn are sextiling your sun, and you are discovering additional truth about people behind the scenes as it comes out, because Neptune in Pisces is also trining your sun. So there is a tremendous amount of support in your sign right now. Uranus and Taurus is opposing it, though. You know, you can't spend too much money right now, Scorpio, because the value of your investments could fluctuate too much. And so this is a time when I think you should sit on the fence and you should just ponder what you want to do, but not make any real big commitment until you know the whole truth about everyone else who may be involved in what you're anticipating. So you may have a plan, but I wouldn't tell too many people about it right now, because there has to be more truth and more justice done first before you decide what your clear path is. So just be as quiet as you can right now. Okay, what does it mean to a Sagittarian? Well, Sagittarius, this is a time when you can be hearing and thinking about an awful lot of things. And in fact, some of those things could involve people at a distance, since your sign rules foreign countries right now. But actually, today's solar eclipse is right ahead of your sun sign, Sagittarius, because it's in Capricorn, and there's 5 planets there. You must be on the verge of making a very deep commitment. And if you're not, then perhaps your employer is. Or if you work for a government agency, maybe it is going to expand, and there could possibly be an opportunity for a promotion for you. Or if you're thinking of starting your own company, this is a perfect time to do that at the start of 2020. So if you have laid the foundation this year, then you're going to be able to go forward with a deep commitment that you could have on your mind next year. And it is aspect to last for at least a generation of time or longer and be prosperous. So you'd have to work hard and make sacrifices, but I think that you should make a deep commitment right now, Sagittarius. You won't be sorry. Okay, what does it mean to a Capricorn? Well, Capricorn, this is a time when, and could be the solar eclipse of your lifetime, Capricorn, because there's 5 planets in your sun sign. Congratulations. It simply means you're the one getting the payback. It may also mean that you are going to give payback to others. In other words, if you have been going along and working hard for a long time, then the payback is yours, meaning that you could be in a very secure financial position right now. Whether you're retired or not, you could still be very secure. Well, congratulations on that, Capricorn. But you could also be deciding that you want to do something with your life that is a little bit different perhaps than a former career choice. Maybe you're wanting to open your own company. Maybe you're wanting to do something that will serve others. That's ruled by Virgo, and the planets in your sign are trining the sign of Virgo. So this is a time when you need to think really clearly about what your time is worth and how you can maximize your time to do the most good. Perhaps for a whole next generation of time, Capricorn, you could do it. So congratulations, you're going to do just fine. And I'm sure the payback is yours, and you've earned it because of your steady efforts. Congratulations. Okay, what does it mean to an Aquarian? Well, Aquarius, Venus is in your sign. Oh, lucky you, Aquarius. You could be in the mood for love. And also, if you're not in the mood for it, maybe somebody else is, because you could meet people in a rather sudden, unusual way, and they may be very influential people as well. And your plans could sort of materialize in one way or another, particularly if you have been spending some time behind the scenes, laying a strong foundation this year for something that you have been a little bit quiet about, but that you really would like to do, such as starting your own company. And that is because the solar eclipse is right behind your sun sign. There's a lot of light there with the sun and the moon there, and a total of 5 planets. So behind the scenes, you are very busy. But because Venus is in your sign, you could be pretty happy with the results right now of whatever you've been doing behind the scenes. And I think that that is a wonderful way for you to start the new year. So as long as you've been real careful and not skipping steps, I would say that you're in a great position to move forward on your heart's desire right now, Aquarius. So good luck. Okay, what does it mean to a Pisces? Well, Pisces, this is a time when justice is really going to be done, and you're going to get a lot of help and strong background support with that. And that simply means that if you know people that maybe have been doing things that they shouldn't have been doing, you might want to change friends right now, or you might decide that the way you've been spending your time in the past is not the way you want to be spending your time in the future. There's also the possibility with Venus in Aquarius right behind your sun sign that you could be enjoying something very nice that's sort of new and different and exciting. It may involve music, or it may involve some sort of invention, but it could really appeal to you, Pisces. But the fact that justice is going to be done and you could be instrumental in that is because Mars in Scorpio is trining your sun sign. So there is a payback coming to people who have been doing illegal things, and that payback is going to be what they deserve. But I hope if you know anybody like that, Pisces, that you decide now is the time to move away from all of that and perhaps start a new life in a new way, particularly in a way that could make you a little bit healthier in all kinds of ways, including your career. Because actually the 5 planets in Capricorn under today's solar eclipse sextile your sun. And Mars in Scorpio is trining your sun. There are 6 planets that are supporting Neptune in your sun sign right now, Pisces. So you can turn over a new leaf and start a new life right now, and it could give you prosperity and joy for at least a generation of time, which would be like for the next 30 years. So why don't you think that over? All right, thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, you can see the show, read our blog, and hear our podcast on our website, StarbornInstitute.org, or you can simply log on to our YouTube channel, which is called Karen Campbell. Merry Christmas. Bye.